You got to let it go. You got to let it go.
Now, this film was
Garbage.
This film was very hyped by both of us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And this is obviously The Nun, which is part of the Conjuring universe. So obviously there's already been 2 films. And now obviously this review is spoiler free. There will be a bit towards the end where we give you guys 5 seconds to
go watch the film, then you come back and watch that there.
Yeah, sorry, to quit the video and then we'll do spoilers, but not yet. You're no, I'll make it clear for you. So let's get straight into it. So we need to be careful because we don't want to say anything. But as far as horror films go, and you understand, if you've watched my Slender Man review, how we watch every horror. And The Nun started off really well. It was the sort of... It was mysterious, wasn't it?
It was cringe.
Why?
Because that guy, the French guy, where he put his bags on the thing and the guy was like, "Oh, that's not ours," and the bags just drove off. So it's not a comedy.
Oh no, okay, I do agree with that.
That's why I rated it 1 out of 10. Because they tried to make it a comedy.
That is a good point, actually, because as I was trying to say until I got interrupted for some reason, basically, it started off being really mysterious, like a ghost film should be. And then, as Ethan did say rightly, they introduced this French guy. This isn't the spoilers, this is within 2 minutes of the film. And he was like the funny guy. But it was every single thing he did was so...
Cringe.
So cringy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't funny, like...
It's pointless.
There's one scene where they're walking up and they put the bags on a van, thinking they're going to get the van, and it drives off. And there's a carriage next to it. And it's like, why is this in the film? But yeah, and then obviously we progress through and we get to the main area. I'm not going to say anything, I'm going to just use...
It's a chapel.
Okay, fine. You get to the chapel.
Church.
And...
Looks like Hogwarts.
It actually did look like a really badly CGI'd Hogwarts. But then that's where the story starts, and obviously the rest of the film is around there.
Yeah.
And it's kind of takes the ghost element and it gets blown too far out of proportion that you don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Because as you've seen, if you see me play the horror games, I jump at everything. And that's not me putting it on, I generally just jump at everything because that's just what I do.
It's cool.
Yeah, so when we were watching The Nun, it did make me jump. It's a really good film if you want to go with like someone, well, or whatever. Basically, say it's worth seeing, but it's when you get towards the end of the film, it just basically the noose goes round and they jump out, don't they? And it gets worse
and worse.
And I'll elaborate on this later on. But it starts off good, it's actually really scary, there's lots of jump scares, you're concerned about what's going to come around each corner, and then there's one point in the film where it just turns. And this isn't a spoiler, but it's when she walks to the back of the chapel and it starts her story. That's when the film becomes so boring.
Yeah, it is.
And so we'll review it because I'm going to continue that, but in the spoiler zone. So it is... So let's do a review.
Okay.
It is a good horror. It's enjoyable to watch. It's very jumpy.
It's not enjoyable to watch.
But it lacks towards the end of the film. But the first part of the film was brilliant. And if I was going to rate it fairly, I'd say 5 out of 10. Maybe 6 because I did really enjoy the start of it. So what would you review it?
2 out of 10. Because you saw too much of a nun, which then she loses her like perception of being scary because it's up close, and you're like, oh, she just looks like has some face paint. But when with like shout out to Jacob for giving me this information.
Jacob K1000, yeah.
Jacob K1000 said that, and I'm quoting him. These are quote marks. Jacob said that the more you see the nun, the less scary she becomes, because you see the nun in the background in The Conjuring 2, and oh my, you absolutely lose it. You walk out of the cinema and start crying or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when she's in the painting and comes out, that's it. You're done. You never want to watch.
You're
You
done.
never want to watch The Nun again. And then from that, you're like, geez, I can't wait to watch The Nun. But then you see The Nun, you're like, this is not what she does. She just stays in the background, so she's scary, ominous, omnitrix, and everything like that. So yeah. Thank you, Jacob.
So do you rate that Ben 10 out of 10?
Yeah, because if you add Ben together, it's a 0.
So now we'll jump into the spoiler zone.
Yeah.
And it's only going to be quick on this one because we basically covered everything. But the issue we have with the film is that when they show the nun, as Ethan said, but I've got to obviously say it in a bit more detail because of spoilers now, that towards the end when she's farting around in that water, and that's when the film goes.
Yeah,
when the French guy comes back and the nun's basically it's just like me from sat here. It's not scary anymore. There's the nun, there's me, I'm running around the chapel. The nun's basically a person who's just white and screams at people. And it just lost all of its scariness. There's no point of it anymore.
And they had a holy hand grenade from worms, didn't they?
Oh yeah, and there was just
weird.
this little thing which was the blood of Christ, and they just lobbed at her and she died. But obviously, the linking was really good, wasn't
That's
it?
the only good bit of the movie.
But I fully agree with what Jacob said. The more you see the nun, because now if we were to go back and watch the first two, you wouldn't be fussed about the nun because she
The
looked.
second one, she's not the first one.
The second one, because she just didn't, like, who cares? She didn't look that good.
I'm Bill Wilkins.
So how many Bill Wilkins out of 10 out of nun would you give this?
I would give it a big fat nun.
I'd also give it a none out of 10. Subscribe for more film reviews. I guess these aren't really reviews because we just chat rubbish, but thank you for watching. We also forgot to tell the viewers that we were doing a spoiler segment. But yeah, cool. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. Any last words?
No.
None. Do you mean none?
Yeah, none.
You got to let it go.